Hi, Anthony here from Learning to Play the Guitar. In this guitar lesson video, I'm going to show you how to play the song About the Day by The National. This song was featured in the soundtrack of the 2011 film Warriors and is a song about losing someone or growing distance between the relationship of two people. But anyway, it's a great fun finger-picking song to learn to play. So here we go. Just a reminder, if you're enjoying this video, please like and subscribe, and you can check out more lessons and my books at my website, learningtoplaytheguitar.net. The chords for the song are an F add 9, which is an F chord, that little finger on the 3G note down the bottom. Take that little finger off, and the next chord is F major 7. So in tab 3, 2, 1, 0, open E string on the bottom, A minor chord, and then after that we have a G chord, but all we need is the third finger on the top for the bass note. So the finger picking will just be that and the open strings. So the challenge here is the finger picking pattern and the speed of it. So for finger picking, again, I love to always talk about thumb, index, middle, ring, P-I-M-A. So now we are dealing with pairs. So the thumb will hit the bass note. In this case, for the first chord, it's going to be the D string, index on the G, middle finger on the B, ring finger on the bottom. So thumb, index, middle, ring for those 4 strings. So trying to stick with that plan. The thumb will move around a bit, but generally the 3 will stay on those bottom strings as we go through. So first off, we have the pair of 3s, thumb and the ring finger, and then thumb, index, middle, index, and that's the little pattern. There's a little wonky rhythm to this as well, which I won't count, but I'll just play. So it's a bit skippy. So pair, 3, 2, 1, 2, little finger off, and now it's the F major 7, same picking, pair. So pair, 3, 2, 1, 2, again, thumb, index, middle, index. A minor chord. Now with the A minor chord, the thumb has now moved up to the A string, but the other 3 guys are down the bottom doing the same thing. So similar, but now our thumb is playing an A bass note. So we've got pair, open, 2, 1, 2, which is thumb, index, middle, index again. So that first bit of A minor. And then the second part of A minor is the same thing, but we're going to pluck the 1 and the 0. So the B string with my offending middle finger there on the B string, second string. So we're not plucking the E string anymore, but the B string. So then we have these 2 variations of A minor, the one with the open E string, the one with the 1. It happens twice. Then we go to G, and all we need is a bass note. You can use second or third finger. I like the third, that's right there, all I need. And now we're going to pluck open B string again. So it's actually the same picking as the second version of A minor, except the bass now is on the E6 string up the top there. And there's 2 of those, of course. So the whole thing, slowly, it's the verse intro pattern that goes round and round. Open A. 1, open E, the 1 finger G chord. So just working on that slowly and build the tempo up. The song's about 105 BPM, you can muck around with that at a slower tempo at 70 for example, just to get the patterns right. Chords here are C, there's an E minor, there's an F, regular F. I just do the half bar, so 3, 2, 1, 1 version, little finger on top of that, add 9 again, but it will go back to the F again. Then you've got the F major 7, E on the bottom, so my finger's standing up for that one. And then we have the G, third finger in the bass, and then we have this little 3G boat on the bottom, my little finger, and then we're going to go G7, number 1 F there, and then open E string. So we've got that little Simon and Garfunkel maneuver. It's in lots of folk songs, that sort of thing. That little run down there. So again, we're going to just run through the picking of this. Similar rhythm idea to the other part. So I've got a C, again it's going to be pair, and then dancing fingers, thumb on the bass, index on G, middle on ring, middle finger on the B string, and ring finger on the bottom E string. So here we go, C, pair, 3, 0, 1, 0, repeat. I'll do it again, there's 2 bars of this little pattern. Now there's E here, it's a bit hard to hear, but to me it sounds like there's an E and an E, so I'm going to put the thumb at the top, and the thumb and the ring finger down the bottom, so 2 E strings, 6 and 1 string, and then I'm going to dance down to the A string, which is the fret 2 there, note on the E minor chord. So that first bit, and the second bit, it's a bit buried by that drum sound. I'm going to guess that it's going to be sticking with the A string. So that bar would be E in the bass, and then B in the bass. And all those other bass notes are 2s, which is fret 2 on the A string. And then there's 2 bars of that, but the second one, I'm going to go E string again, just to be funny, and then B string instead of the E string. So it's the same as the other one, but I'm not hitting the E string at the start, it's the B string at the start. So E bass though, E in the B string, and sticking with the A string. And then the second part is F chord. So what I call like a half bar F, the 1, 1, 2, 3, or 3, 2, 1, 1. And I'm going to pick pair again, same rhythm idea, same picking as the start F, but it's a proper double bar here. My first finger, little finger on the 3G again. So we've got 3, 3, tab there, and then back to the 1, 1, the 1 version. F major 7, 0, so stand up. G, again 1 finger on the bass, similar as the other G, but now I'm going to add a little finger down at the bottom there on number 3. Number 1. Whoops, sorry, number 1. It's G7 and G6 technically with an open E string. Just means you take the finger off. So let's do all of that section again. So all of that. E minor with the 2 E strings. Then jump into the bass to the A string, and then the second one is E on the bass again, B string, then F chord. So 1, 1, 2, 3 version, pair again. It's a 3, 1 pair now. Little finger. So you see how my thumbs obviously move to the D string, F again, F major 7, G, the thumb is down the top. We've got a GB combo, 3 on the bottom, and 1 on the bottom, 0 E string on the bottom. And that would take you back to the other part. There is a little variation at the end when the drums stop, and very similar to the main theme, but we'll run through this as well just to get the details. So it's going to be based around the G chord as we go down. So following the tab here, we're going to start off with the G and the E string. 3D now, so a little finger on the 3D. Repeat that, and then number 1 C. So plucking the B string here more, and then B0, same bass note. And so we've got a 2, 0, 2, 3. So one more time, here we go. 3 and E, 3D, repeat. Number 1, B, 2, 0, 2, 3. And there's a little slowdown on the end, but that's the main part of the song. See if you can get the patterns going and stick it all together.